5 potential finishes for Bobby Roode vs Dolph Ziggler at Hell in a Cell. Here are 5 ways Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler's match would end up at Hell in a Cell. This is going to be fun. Fans of SmackDown Live have been treated to a running segment in recent weeks thanks to Dolph Ziggler. He's been testing out a few new gimmicks and hasn't really found one yet. But what he has discovered is a ton of heat from the crowd, and if the CM Punk chants weren't enough of an indication, I don't know what is. Bobby Roode came out to stop the silliness and insert some of his gloriousness. The two are set to lock horns at Hell in a Cell with 2 weeks of build-up. Although it wasn't much time to really get this rivalry moving, Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode will have a chance to wow the Detroit crowd at Hell in a Cell. Here is a list of 5 ways that encounter could end up. Although a few of them might be a bit outlandish, never put it past WWE to book something even more over the top. Besides, this program has been plenty different enough already. Number 5. Ziggler walks off. Dolph Ziggler's latest mantra has been that he doesn't care about the fans. His lackadaisical attitude towards the WWE Universe's favor might see him just taking off before this contest gets underway. The show-off rolled his eyes and walked away on SmackDown Live after Bobby Roode popped off his glorious catchphrase followed by his theme song. What if Dolph Ziggler simply refuses to partake in a contest which might legitimize Bobby Roode? If Ziggler walked off, it would certainly give this feud more time to build. I might also serve as a platform for even more hilarious Dolph Ziggler entrance parodies. After all, there's a slew of WWE superstars from the past and present he hasn't taken a shot at. Ziggler might eventually find one that sticks. Number 4. A clean finish. This option is always in the cards, so we might as well get it out of the way here. Trust me, the rest of these finishes are way more entertaining. If Bobby Roode popped off a glorious DDT quickly enough and scored a pinfall, it could give Ziggler a chance to come back at him and demand a rematch. These two have the possibility of making some magic in the ring if given time. If Ziggler was able to score a pinfall over Roode, it could be a shocking turn of events as well. But what if this feud was only orchestrated in order to give Bobby Roode his first PPV win on the WWE main roster? Number 3. There is no match, just a brawl to the back. Dolph Ziggler has been lifting other people's entrances for a few weeks now. When he first started this trend, a lot of people generally assumed it would lead to a feud with Bobby Roode because the Glorious One's entrance is so epic. But a lot of fans were surprised Dolph Ziggler never parodied Roode's own entrance. But what if Ziggler was saving Roode's entrance for last? Right before their match at Hell in a Cell, the lights could dim, Roode's glorious music would then start, but Ziggler makes an entrance instead using one of Bobby's robes, which he stole as well. Roode wouldn't stand for this, and he could jump Ziggler from behind, causing an all-out brawl around the arena. WWE officials might swarm around these two for a pull-apart, and it could end from there without ever making it to the ring. After all, this wouldn't be Bobby Roode's first go-around at having a nice backstage brawl. Number 2. It could turn into a clown show, literally. Dolph Ziggler's had a lot of fun bringing back retro gimmicks and flaunting them in front of the SmackDown Live audience. When he first started this endeavor, he made a veiled reference to Doink the Clown. Bobby Roode could come out first with his usual glorious entrance and excite the crowd with his presence. But then he could just stand in the ring and wait a minute to let the anticipation build. What if Dolph Ziggler lifts Doink's entrance and instead of one clown, a sea of painted faces emerges from the back? There are plenty of guys who would love to wear a clown costume. WWE could call on a moment's notice from local wrestlers to NXT talent. With so many clowns running to the ring, all with silly string, buckets full of confetti, and honking horns, Bobby Roode might not know what to think. He also might not know which clown was the real show-off. Ziggler could make his presence known by jumping Roode and tearing off his clown mask. With the ring surrounded by clowns, it could be the most hilarious impromptu lumberjack match in WWE history. This might also cause a ton of nightmares considering how popular Stephen King's It has become since the movie reboot. Number 1. Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler steal the show. Hell in a Cell is looking like a stacked event. It might not have 2 WrestleMania-worthy matches like No Mercy did, But the promise of 2 Hell in a Cell matches is always enough to get our hopes up. Ziggler vs Rude might be a dark horse match which could steal the show. If these guys get to kick off the Hell in a Cell event, some very cool things might be in store. The old joke goes like this: why do smokers love Dolph Ziggler? Because he's always carrying matches. Get it? It's funny because it's true. Ziggler is the show-off for a reason, and he's been trusted to start more than a few PPVs and house shows off the right way. No matter who wins and loses, if these two go out there and tear the house down, not many people will really care. Ziggler doesn't need to lose heat, because it's bad enough he seems to be alienating fans as it is. But Bobby Roode also needs to excel in this performance and show the WWE Universe what they've been missing. These guys could work a solid 15-minute match and build to a huge crescendo to make sure nobody discounts anything they do ever again.